Look at the death of a well-known writer.
In 2005, it was ruled Hunter S. Thompson died of suicide. He was found with a gunshot wound to the head. Now, 20 years later, the Colorado Bureau of Investigation says it is reviewing the case following a request from his widow, Anita Thompson. The Pitkin County Sheriff says there is no new evidence suggesting foul play, but that his office is committed to answering any lingering questions. Thompson, best known for writing Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, died at his home in Woody Creek outside of Aspen. Alex Stone, EBC News.
Now this message, Riverside Memorial Chapel, for generations, a symbol of Jewish tradition and uncompromising quality.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
From the city to the suburbs to the sand, Northwell's Cardiovascular Institute is treating the untreatable, no matter where you live. And with more than 65 cardiac locations across 8 counties, we offer everyone direct access to the most experienced heart team in the tri-state area, with the nation's highest cardiac success rates. Visit northwell.edu/limitlessheart. Northwell, raise health.
Final chance to sign up for the city's largest indoor pickleball event. The 1010 Wins Pickleball Tournament, sponsored by Nissan, has only a few slots left. So go to 1010wins.com/pickleball to register.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning, 57 degrees. It is 7:20 on this Wednesday, October 1st. I'm Susan Richard. Here's what's happening.
Democrats may have chosen to shut down the government tonight, but we can reopen it tomorrow.
Not a single line in their bill had input from Democrats.
Lots of finger pointing as the federal government partially shuts down with no spending deal in sight. Both the president and defense secretary telling the nation's top military brass,
we should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military.
If the words I'm speaking today are making your heart sink, then you should do the honorable thing and resign.
We'll have the recap. Friends and neighbors say the driver in the fatal hit and run of 2 teens in Cranford had been stalking one of the girls for months. The MTA board signs off on the expected fare hikes, and it's another round in the Cardi B-Nicki Minaj feud with their children dragged in. In sports, Yankees lost to Boston. They face elimination tonight in the Bronx. The Red Bulls failed to make the MLS playoffs for the first time in 15 years. AccuWeather, a sunny, way cooler day, the high 68s. Wednesday news time, 7:21. Let's check this commute, get you where you need to go. Here's Karen Stewart.
Still in Brooklyn, the BQE, 2 problems that we've had for quite a while now. Westbound BQE, the Brooklyn Bridge, there's a broken down vehicle in the right-hand lane. You can take Captain Plaza to Court Street instead. Eastbound BQE at Atlantic, we've got a disabled vehicle there. The right lane is blocked. Like I said, these things have been out there for a minute. Over at the Hudson River, as we check what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The inbound George is now 30 for both levels, half that from the Palisades and 4. The inbound Lincoln is 20, not bad. And the inbound Humboldt is 35 minutes from the Pulaski Skyway, 20 minutes from the Newark Bay extension of the Turnpike. East River crossings, the Throgs Neck and Whitestone are good. A little bit busy over at the RFK Triborough Bridge. In New Jersey, northbound New Jersey Turnpike's Eastern Spur at 15W, we got that broken down bus. Not for nothing, he's been there since 6:39. The right lane is blocked there. And McCarter Highway with an accident that affects traffic both ways at Emmett Street in Newark. The left lane is blocked. Broad Street is your alternate in this case. Traffic is sponsored by the New York Waterway Ferry. Take the New York Waterway Ferry from Port Imperial Weehawken with indoor parking, fast frequent ferries, and free connecting shuttles. The Port Imperial Ferry is the best way to New York. Visit nywaterway.com or call 1-800-53-FERRY. Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM.
Let the finger pointing begin.
Democrats may have chosen to shut down the government tonight, but we can reopen it tomorrow. All it takes is a handful of Democrats to join Republicans to pass the clean, nonpartisan funding bill that's in front of us.
That's Senate Majority Leader Republican John Thune. This is Senate Democratic Leader Chuck Schumer.
Their bill, they call it clean, we call it totally partisan. There was no input from Democrats. Not a single line in their bill had input from Democrats.
So, with no deal, the federal government has entered a partial shutdown with some 750,000 employees now furloughed. Some offices are closed while others will have to work without pay. President Trump has threatened to use the shutdown to fire some workers altogether.
A lot of good can come down from shutdowns. We can get rid of a lot of things that we didn't want, and they'd be Democrat things.
Federal courts and national parks will be affected, so will the IRS and some Social Security services, although you will still get your Social Security check. The post office is still operating. Air traffic controllers are still on the job. So is the TSA, ICE, and the military. Another case of ICE agents roughing people up at 26 Federal Plaza, this time ending with a photojournalist in the hospital after El Viral Elibol was shoved to the ground.
We're told the scuffle started in an elevator and then spilled out into the hallway.
It's against the law. It's, I really think it's a felony.
New York City Comptroller Brad Lander says ICE's conduct has gotten out of hand.
ICE has accelerated its campaign of violence now against journalists. So they're not only abducting our neighbors, they're not only violently assaulting their families and throwing them to the ground.
Mary Lynn Buckley, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
Elibol was seen on a stretcher with a neck brace. He was taken to downtown hospital and was reportedly later discharged in stable condition. In a statement, Homeland Security insisted that the officers repeatedly told people to get back and get out of the elevator. Spokesperson Tricia McLaughlin accused the press and politicians of, quote, fanning the flames of division and demonizing law enforcement. President Trump raising eyebrows after saying this.
We should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military, National Guard, but military.
That was during yesterday's speech before an audience of military brass who'd been summoned to Quantico. Retired General Wesley Clark telling ABC News.
We've got to be really careful about using American troops in the United States. They don't belong here. There's a way they can be used if the Insurrection Act is declared. I'm looking at the threat environment in these cities, and I don't see a threat environment that justifies calling out U.S. troops.
In his speech, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth told the nation's military leaders,
If the words I'm speaking today are making your heart sink, then you should do the honorable thing and resign.
Hegseth declared an end to, quote, woke culture and announced new directives for troops that include gender-neutral or male-level standards for physical fitness. Now, Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 wins, sponsored by the Bronx Beat from the Bronx Economic Development Corporation. Here's Courtney Donahoe.
Susan, we're a few hours into the government shutdown and stocks are in the red. The economic impact may take some time to figure out. The Bureau of Labor Statistics is expected to suspend operations during the shutdown. That will likely delay the release of the September jobs report this Friday. S&P futures down 32 points, Dow futures dropping 200. Meantime, tough news for potential home buyers or those looking to refinance. Mortgage rates rising for the first time in 5 weeks. According to the Mortgage Bankers Association, the rate on a 30-year fixed loan, 6.46%. I'm Courtney Donahoe. Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 wins at 92.3 FM.
1010 wins.
I love all the attention to detail.
I need news in the morning.
They cover everything when I need to know.
1010 wins.
At 92.3 FM.
The Bronx Beat.
Attention cycling enthusiasts. The 31st annual Tour de Bronx bike ride is coming up. This ride around the borough is a great way to see the best of the Bronx from your bike. Bring the kids for the family-friendly 10-mile routes or challenge yourself with the 25 or 40-mile routes. Visit ilovethebronx.com to register.
This is Bronx Borough President Vanessa L. Gibson for the Bronx Beat. For more information, please visit ilovethebronx.com.
Take the time to take care of your beautiful, busy self. Whether that's picking out your favorites for a fresh homemade dinner or picking up the phone to schedule a mammogram. Take care of yourself by making breast health a priority in your life. Schedule a mammogram today at rwjbh.org/mammo. The one place for comprehensive screening and care. RWJ Barnabas Health and Rutgers Cancer Institute. Let's beat breast cancer together.
I'm Kiara Palazzolo. VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. A robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
Life's rewarding, especially with Flushing Bank's Complete Cash Rewards program. Just open a personal or business complete checking account to get started. With 29 New York Metro locations, there's nothing easier or more rewarding. Visit FlushingBank.com today. Member FDIC.
Have you ever wondered why there is so much cancer on Long Island? Did you know that the DuPont Chemical Corporation and 3M recently agreed to a $13.5 billion settlement for contaminating public drinking water with cancer-causing forever chemicals? Long Island's drinking water has some of the highest concentrations of these cancer-causing forever chemicals. If you live on Long Island and have been diagnosed with kidney cancer, testicular cancer, liver cancer, thyroid cancer, or ulcerative colitis, you may have a claim. Call the lawyers at Krenzel, Guzman, Herbert. The KG Law Team is on your side. You can trust KG Law Team to diligently work toward restoring you and your family's well-being. There are serious time constraints, so call the KG Law Team for a free consultation at 212-227-2900. That's 212-227-2900. Or visit their website at kglawteam.com. That's kglawteam.com.
You are not alone. Call or text 988 for free confidential mental health support 24/7. 1010 wins because we are better together. 56 degrees and sunny. We're heading up to only 68. I'm Susan Richard. Wins News Time 7:30.
On a very good Wednesday morning, I'm Scott Stanford, Cranford, New Jersey. A community in mourning after two teenage girls were struck and killed while riding their e-bikes on Monday night. Hundreds gathered last night to remember the two girls while questions remain around the driver who ran them down.
Her neighbors and friends of these 17-year-old girls claim that the driver who allegedly ran them down Monday night here on Burnside Avenue is a young man who has been stalking one of the girls for quite some time, following her online, and even parking in front of her house. Now, we're still waiting to hear about the driver, who he is, and if any charges are going to be filed. In the meantime, at this vigil last night, hundreds showed up, heartache and tears.
I just give my condolences to the family. It's just absolutely sickening.
In the meantime, we still wait for an update from Union County officials. The prosecutors offering a $10,000 reward for anyone who still has additional information. Glenn Schuck, 1010 wins, 92.3 FM. Back here in Cranford.
Wins News Time 7:31. Let's get you where you need to go this morning. Here's Karen Stewart.
In New Jersey, it's the same song being sung on the Turnpike and Patterson Plank Road and McCarter Highway. Northbound New Jersey Turnpike Eastern Spur at 15W is still dealing with the broken down bus in the right. You can try the Western Spur. 21. Both ways affected at Emmett Street, Newark, by an accident that's in the left lane. There are slowdowns there. Use Broad Street. Southbound Patterson Plank Road at Gotham Parkway and East Rutherford. A water main break there. There are minor delays. Westchester, northbound Hutch at Mill Road in New Rochelle has got delays. Accident blocks a lane there. Try the New England Thruway instead. If you're heading over to the Hudson River, the inbound GW Bridge is 30 for both levels. 15 from the Palisades and Route 4. 20 Lincoln, 35 minutes to the Holland from the Skyway, 20 minutes from the Newark Bay Extension. And if you're traveling out into Brooklyn, I got good news. The BQE westbound disabled at the Brooklyn Bridge and the BQE eastbound at Atlantic Avenue disabled vehicle, they are both gone. Traffic is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan. Karen Stewart, 1010 wins at 92.3 FM.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
Got a nice, refreshing, cool breeze out there this morning. AccuWeather meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Scott, it's a beautiful day today. In fact, we've got a run of some great weather over the next few days. Not a drop of rain in sight through the weekend. Could be cool today with sunshine. Our high's only going to get to about 60, and there'll be a pretty stiff breeze out of the north and northeast. In fact, first pitch temperature in the Bronx for Game 2 of the AL wildcard game, probably about 65. You might want a jacket if you're going. Clear, cool overnight, 50 in Midtown. We'll get into the 40s in the suburbs. Sunshine, some clouds tomorrow, about 65. Partly to mostly sunny Friday. Temperatures get back up near 70 the weekend. It's looking magnifico. With sunshine Saturday, the high 79 could be 80 Sunday. In Central Park, clear and 56. The humidity 53%. The wind northeast at 14. We're beating our current temperature, 56, going up to 68 in Midtown. I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Love when Joe speaks Italian. Mets owner Steve Cohen couldn't will his team to the playoffs, but this $8 billion casino dream is practically in the wild card game. Cohen's Metropolitan Park proposal, along with his partnership with Hard Rock, won unanimous approval from a local advisory committee, pushing it into the final round for one of the New York's coveted downstate casino licenses. The plan would transform 50 acres of parking into a massive entertainment resort complex with a casino, hotel, green space, affordable housing. Promises an $850 million economic boost to Queens. Queensborough President Donovan Richards calls it a home run for Citi Field and the borough.
We're talking about building a massive entertainment complex as Queens becomes the true cultural heartbeat of the city. Throw in a taste of Queens Food Hall in a 9-figure community benefits fund, and I could not be more excited to vote yes on Metropolitan Park.
And the surrounding Willets Point neighborhood is already being transformed. Going up. That's the direction of the New York City subway and bus fares. MTA voted to increase the pricing of